How's it going, everybody? Hellbound Johnny here again. Today we're gonna smash some pirates and reclaim our mining rights. So let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so I've gone ahead and built this stalk to start producing the ship that I made, that I started in creative mode. Let's go ahead and make sure Bob's back on. Or as I think I'm going to start calling it Barb. Build and repair bot. I'm so clever. Projector. Boom. So let me just float around here and take a look while we wait for Bob to start putting them together. Or Barb. Stick to your own rules, son. So every once in a while I can build something kind of elegant and nice, but usually it comes out looking like a Soviet-era T-71 tank with a couple of wings superglued to it. And this definitely falls into that category. It is a big hunchbacked missile boat. I call it the Vulture because it looks kind of like a big humpback vulture. Alright, are we sure Barb is operating? Well, this is disappointing. Build new is on. Whoa! Okay then. Apparently Barb is just a fucking troll. Now, one small problem that we have... Jeez, Barb, you're loud. But one small problem we have is ammunition. We don't got enough. So while Barb is taking care of business over there, we are going to fly around and see if we can find another source of uranium. Silicon, magnesium. One of those materials. I'll just go through them all. Eventually I'll get the right name. Them thar metals what we need. Because I found a whole bunch of them right there on the lake. It was very nice. I was actually even considering changing my plans for where I want to put my base, but then decided against it. However, the pirates thought it was a lovely location as well. Stuck a base right on top of it. So in the meantime, let's make sure we've got... I just recently realized that the ore detector doesn't default to using its maximum range, which is ridiculous. It's like, yes, I want an ore detector, but I only want to know if it's like 2 feet from my face. And we're flying. This is just, you know... whatever else you might say, it's a pretty game. You know, and yes, there are prettier ones, but there's something about engineering your own designs and dealing with the physics of them. And so when you get something flying around and doing what it does, you know full well exactly how it's doing it, because you put it together, you designed it. You know, it's not just, oh, it's doing this because some programmer said that if you press this button, this happens. I mean, yes, to be fair, none of this would happen without programmers doing a lot of exactly that. But, you get what I'm saying. It's, there's a little more sensation of ownership, if you will. This ship flies the way it does, not just because some programmer said this will fly this way, Nickel. And magnesium. Fantastic. Let's go ahead. Gonna put down on the ground right here. Ugly duckling coming in for a landing. And we'll go ahead, we'll stick the batteries on recharge while we're doing our deal. And let's GPS this. New from current position. Nickel and mag. All right. Oh, Jesus! I've been playing in creative mode while designing and forgot about the zombies. I hate you guys so much. They're better than the stinking wolves, though. The dags. Okay, how did I lose that magnesium? Oh, we still have the jetpack on. That'll explain that. And we're flying away on an adventure of deep mining. Oh yeah, so pretty. All right, now let's get down to business. Wow. This really is some pretty rocks, but I look forward to the point where I have an automated... Whoa. Don't do that. I'm afraid of the dark. Unknown signal detected. Captain, we have an unknown signal on the radar. Do-do-do-do-do. Alright. Dropping the stone. Dropping it like it's hot. Okay, there's my hole. If only I could just kind of keep that as a marker for all my mine entrances. Just like, dead zombies sitting there. Everywhere you see it. Although that is kind of... Dead zombie seems redundant, but you know what I mean. I mean, by definition, zombies are dead, but it is a deader zombie than usual. I mean, I could stick a build and repair unit on the little ugly duckling runabout there, but I almost feel like that's pointless. The runabout is not really, it doesn't have a ton of carrying capacity. It really is just sort of a temporary solution to get around until I start building something more proper. So I don't think that's really going to be worthwhile. I'm either going to build a larger kind of heavy cargo capacity vessel with like a couple of bobs on it to pick up the ore and all that good stuff. At which point I can just hand drill a whole ton and let it pick up lots and lots of delicious crunchy ores. Or I'll go ahead and build a mining ship, but my history with mining ships is a little checkered. I just tend to break them. My number one thing really is that I tend to I get them into a position where, as the dumpers, the poopers, like I like to call them, as they're chucking the stone out, it will crush me against the wall, and then all of a sudden, boom, a chunk falls off, and then now you're missing some of your thrust, and you can't get out, and you're stuck, and it's usually just a cascading series of failures. So, yeah, checkered history when it comes to the miners. Inventory is full. Alright, now where did you go? There you are. No fair hiding from me. Alright, so we've got some nickel, we've got some magnesium, but I feel like I want a lot more magnesium. Whoa, whoa. I hear you. Stop it. Having a zoom mode on the rapid-fire automatic rifle is really... it's putting lipstick on a pig, really. It's... Man, where did you go? Ah! Jeez! It's like a little freaking platoon. They're like marching in formation. It was 3 blue guys and a freaking black guy. So it was like, the squad and the squad leader out marching in formation. They're getting better. They're getting smarter. They're evolving. That's all right. Alright, now where was magnesium? In case it's not already obvious, I have like 0 sense of direction. I could get lost in a paper bag. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? Rather than make a big round hole, we will Here we go. Now we're talking. Perhaps the boy is not a talented artist, but he is enthusiastic. And we're drilling. Jump, jump, jump. All right. Now, I ought to be able to find this hole from now on. That's what she said. Like, seriously? Are we not doing phrasing anymore? Me and my shadow. Here we go. Oh, why am I sitting there just choosing the alt fire? I hate you, magnesium. Let's get all the ores. Starting to build a little rat warren. A nice frosty Coca-Cola. Whee! She said down. And I don't know. There. Yeah, let's just get rid of that right there. Oh. Give it to me. Do as you're told. Hello, Melee. All right, so I think that'll do for now. It should at least be enough to let us get started on some ammo and, most importantly, delicious missiles. Batteries off recharge, and
It's done got dark outside.
I know I've said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. The Space Just Got Real mod, yes, it makes things more difficult. When things are pitch black, it is, well, go figure, hard to see. But it feels more more real. You know, if you walk outside in the middle of the night, you can't see so good. So it just makes the shadows look right too, you know. It's I'm a fan. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Ah! So, yeah, that's a problem. We have lost thrust. Oh no, we lost the cargo container too. That's all the ores I just collected. Haste makes waste, as they say. Okay. Okay. Let's grind it down. So, I was playing with the audio balance earlier, and I was using the machine gun to test sort of the audio levels. I think I should have used the grinder, because that is sounding pretty damn loud to my ears. So I'm just going to turn the game sounds down just a little bit. Hopefully that's slightly less annoying for you guys. Whoa. Yeah, for the most part, since the physics update, I'm not having as many problems as a lot of people are, but I have noticed a lot more of the, the random phantom forces affecting the... Like, when you grind something and it causes something else to fall off, a lot more of them do the sort of, American Beauty bag dancing in the wind thing that's just a bit bizarre. And it doesn't present a huge problem because obviously if you're grinding it loose, it's not something that you're really that concerned about it being functional, but they're easy enough to track down and grind on the run. See, look at that. Where are you going? Alright, have I cleaned up all my scrap? Looks like it. Well, that was a good way to waste a whole lot of time. And you haven't finished. Alright, let's drop some materials in. Hydrogen bottles. Good times, great oldies. Honestly, the main reason why I even started using the build and repair system was for blueprint welding. I got so frustrated with trying to weld something up, and while you're welding, something pops up in front of the thing that you were welding, so then you have to grind it back down so you can finish welding the thing that you had started welding in the first place, and then you get it all welded together and you find something doesn't work because something buried deep down in the core of your design didn't get welded and you have no access to it. So I started using the nanobots, and honestly, I wouldn't go back. I feel like it's pretty balanced. Hand welding is still going to be a whole lot better, or at least faster. But if you want to just kind of fire and forget, walk away, you can, provided you have enough materials in your stores, you can just let it go. Let's see, missing items. Metal grids, motors, tubes, steel plates, and shield components. What's up?
Sorry. You're gonna be mad at me.
My roommate keeps looking at me weirdly. What's that? The name of the game that I play is Space Engineers. I do change up the games that I'm playing fairly often, so yeah, but you know, I don't actually have any expectation. It's like, you know, I don't know. It's not something that really interests you that much, so it's. Well, yeah, no. I mean, there's a difference between liking space and like being into super dry physics simulation, you know. One can enjoy space and all that it has to offer without wanting to sit there and do the math, so to speak. Oh, that is too much. What pet is that? Oh, that's rad. So my partner is playing Diablo 3 with some of her friends, and he got some really cool looking pets. Rude? Why you want to call that guy creepy right to his face? So rude. Let's knock up a few hundred plates. Few hundred motors. What else was it? Let's do 100 large tubes. I believe I did a whole ton of small steel tubes. Yeah, I still got plenty of those. I wouldn't say plenty, but I've got those sitting around. Let's see. Metal grids. Alright, I did need those. Need those. Need those. Wow! Almost 300 metal grids. Good times. Great oldies. Metal grid! Let's go ahead and go with 4, just to be sure. We'll put the info there. What are we missing? Oh, gold and platinum. Do I have any more thruster components to disassemble? Please? No! Alright, we're gonna let you do your thing. What am I going to do, guys? I don't have no ship to fly around no more. Time to build. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Steel plates. I need steel plates. Boom.
Oh my god.
So the question is, do we build like a Gimpy Rhino one-horned drill machine? I think we do. Just trying to imagine sort of the shape of things to come, so to speak. Alright.
Wherever I died the last 2 times.
What are you missing now? Why won't you do that landing gear? Tubes and grids.
Sorry, you rezzed me.
Huh. So the real tricky part here is going to be those shield components. Those require platinum, and platinum is not a terrestrial metal in this game. Oh my god, you are so loud, Bob. Okay. Let's step over here just so we can hear ourselves think. It is Space Engineers, after all. You expect some amount of industrial noise, but geez, Bob. Calm down, son. Anyway, as I was saying, platinum is not a terrestrial metal in this game. However, I do have the mod that gives me crashed ships. So, typically I can find platinum by grinding down their thrusters, and I can disassemble those. The problem is, they're not necessarily that common, and you don't always know that they're there. Oh, check it out, actually. My solar panels are floating around trying to find the sun. I do so thoroughly enjoy these. It's so dark.
I just need like a bubble or something.
It's very pretty, though. It's kind of creepy that you can see Mars like the size of what we would expect to see the moon. In fact, where's the moon?
There's still one back here. Okay, the golem is on.
Now, one thing that I learned that I found interesting, when you are creating a blueprint that has subgrids, the projector will only make the largest grid. It will not project the small grid. Like in this case, it really isn't a big deal because the only thing that's on these is a pair of large atmospheric thrusters. So, you know, no problem to just slap those on. Oh, well, I say no problem, but, you know, obviously the fact that the stalk is kind of in the way could be a problem, but, you know, if I slap one on, it should be enough to grind it off the stalk and let it drift to the ground where I can put the other one on. But as you can see, it's starting to come together. Like I said, it's a big humpback. But we went to Ren Fair recently, which, if you're not aware of it, in Texas there is a common, it's the Renaissance Fair. Lots of cities have them. The one near Houston is fairly large, but it's basically like, you know, a bunch of grown-ups in costumes having a good time. But one of the cool things that was there is a Birds of Prey show where a bunch of people who like work with, train, and rehabilitate predatory birds put on a show. And one of the things they brought out was a couple of big vultures. And, you know, everybody dislikes vultures because they're associated with death. Well, at least in American culture, everybody dislikes them because they're associated with death. But, you know, they're actually really cool birds. As far as, like, their actual just ability to fly, I was pretty impressed. So it's okay. I actually named this the Vulture Gunboat because it looks like a vulture, and it's a gunboat. And I'm that level of creative. Get on my level, son. Alright, what to do, what to do. Alright. We're gonna try something a little... Well, I was gonna stick this on and stick the drill and the cargo in front, but I think... Here. Let's do that. Do I already have medium cargo out on my bar? Is that what you are? This is one thing that frustrates me a little bit, is sometimes it's just little silly things like it's going to make me add a whole other layer of junk on here just because of the specific position of the pipes on this. And that sometimes is a little frustrating. Like, you know, why couldn't the pipe just be shifted to the right a little bit, or what have you? But, c'est la vie, que sera, whatever, whatever. I need interior plates. Warrior needs food badly. Valkyrie is about to die. That's alright. You know what? It's going to give me an area where I can kind of tuck some things in. We won't grump about it too much. Not too much. Not saying I won't complain. Just we'll keep it to a reasonable level. There we are. Reactors. Oh, we should probably turn on our symmetry. That's right, it's survival. We don't have symmetry. I don't get that. I don't understand why they don't let us have symmetry in survival mode. I mean, what is it about... Like, how is that survival related? How is it that, like, that even makes sense? And I just realized I have made a mistake. You just bought a one-way ticket to Grindtown.
That sounds kind of dirty.
And flip that, and nope, nope. There we go. Now, we could put an antenna on it. I don't think we really need to. So I think we're just going to do an ore detector and tuck a couple of gyros in there. Honestly, I could probably get away with one gyro, but I don't trust it. As I told somebody else just recently, when in doubt, over-engineer it. Now here's something that's tricky. As I started this build, I put this in the way of something I need. Okay. Okay. Battery stuck on the butt. And... oh, not K. G. They're great! Yeah, we're just gonna stick that right on the nose there. And thus, the Gimpy Rhino was born. What are you short on? I bet you it needs reactor components. What do you say, Bob? Reactor components. Oh, hey, are you finished with that? No, you're not. You're lying to me, Bob. Oh, you're not missing the components. You're just not... you're not finished, but you're not missing the components. Alright. I will forgive your lies for now, Bob. Production. Detector components. What are you? Or where are you? Why? Keen, if you ever see this, why do we not have a filtering option here? We can filter every other thing. Why can't I filter the production list? I understand you have a lot on your plate. You know, I respect that, and I appreciate it. But this doesn't seem like something that should really be a game breaker or all that difficult to do. Just let me type reactor so I can see the reactor parts. Ah, here we go. Ooh. 10. I just wanted 10. Silver. We are short on silver. What? We have an unknown signal. Let's gas up the tank and go for it. Accidentally turned my jetpack off. It was like up, and wah! Alright, let's learn from our previous mistake. Let's not go full force forward and smash ourselves into a mountain. Like that. Good times. Huh. Up and away. Now the tricky thing here is because the hydrogen bottles are on my body, I have to... oh, and I'm not gonna make that, am I? It also doesn't help I have increased the speed limit, so even in my jetpack I can gain a ridiculous amount of speed.
Okay, I switch.
What happened? Oh. Oh, that's no good. Well, things are just not going very well for me, and that does tell me one thing for sure. I am not getting back to my body without a hydrogen tank. So, production, personal gear, hydrogen bottle. What am I missing? I'm missing silver! Of course I am! Okay. You know what? I have 2 out of 3 reactors going. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. We will just leave it at that. Character tools. Let's drag our Gimpy grinder back out and our Gimpy drill. And our Gimpy gun, which honestly, that rapid fire assault rifle just has such a terrible pattern on it that I think I would almost rather the regular rifle. Alright, now let's stick some motors on it. Steel plates. Need some steel plates to get started. Am I missing steel plates? Wow. And I do not need to worry about nickel, do I? Wow, have I seriously... I have. I have gone through all of those. All right. Now, let's see. Why are you trying to depressurize? Let me guess, I'm out of steel plates. Alright. So we got up, forward, and back. We need left and right, and down. Okay, so down, boom, boom, and boom. Now here's the problem. I kind of want 3 in every direction, but I don't remember which direction is which. Yes, there you go. Weld that so I know which way it was. I think it was this way. Let me guess, you're missing something, aren't you, Bob?
60 hold it.
Metal grids. A lot of motors. A lot of motors. Construction materials. Alright. Let me see what I can do for you. You know what? Let's just do 100 of those. I think 100 will be good enough. Motors. Grids. Need a bunch of grids. Oh, we're out of hydrogen. Hydrogen! Ooh. I just realized, without a hydrogen tank, and without bottles, I don't have a way to fill up, do I? Okay. Now, hopefully... Now, hopefully, we will... I don't want to make a giant hydrogen tank. I mean, that's the problem. If the hydrogen tank is just ridiculous large, then, you know, what's the point? And yes, I know that I said this was going to be pirate smashing, but I had an unexpected resource. Drop. And boom. Why are you making this so hard? That's what she said. Alright, now let's find that hydrogen bottle, or tank. G. Hydrogen. Looks like there's only the one. And yeah, she's big.
Oh my god, so many things. That was just a matter of time.
Wow, this is... I don't want to say frustrating, because it's not exactly frustrating. It's just every time I turn around, there's something else that I need. Seriously.
The puppy came up behind me and went smack.
What? There's a puppy on Smack? That's... Ah! No, 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 no! I don't have any hydrogen to, like, run away quickly. Couldn't one of you zombies have been nice enough to die with some reactor components on you? Or something else I need, really? Huh, I just realized my visor's been down this whole time. I had a mod. No, I have a mod. Apparently, I guess it's just not working anymore. I'll have to look into that. But there's a mod that automatically raises or lowers your visor based on whether or not you're in hostile conditions. And, I freaking love it. But clearly, it's not doing its thing anymore. While we're running around doing whatever else. Let's stick those last motors on there. Alright, so I have 2 this way, 1 that way, so now I need... One, 2, 3. Apparently it takes 3 licks to get to the center of the balanced thrust profile. Okay. Now, did I forget anything? We've got battery. We've got gyros. Ore detection, drill. Methinks she'll be good to fly. Oh, Jesus! You son of a bitch! Oh, sure, and just phase through the ground so I can't even freaking loot you. Rude and inconsiderate. Alright. Now my nuke plants are operating.
Oh, there's
Whoa!
Well, I have to go back in.
Well, that really would have been terrible. I just almost
I'm sure you will be shocked and amazed to know that
took out my own solar. Okay. Swabby, if you are watching this, I take it back. I am sorry that I laughed at you for what happened when you took off in the handicapped unicorn. The Gimpy Rhino is apparently the exact same. That is karma. That is freaking karma right there. Oh my god, it is twitchy. That's alright, it just means it'll handle. Why aren't you finished being built? Missing a lot of steel plates. What? Alright, construction materials, small tubes. And more steel plates than one could easily shake a stick at. Alright. So what did I say? We need small tubes. Okay, construction components. While we're looking for things, let's just go ahead and get the ball rolling. Small tubes. Large tubes. That sounds like it's like right behind my head, so I'm guessing... What's funny is my phone volume is actually quite far down, but the Treasure Goblin ringtone will not be denied. Lots and lots and lots of steel plates. Okay. Oh, that's where I'm hearing things right behind my head. The big old hydrogen tank. What are you missing? Oh, you're just missing steel plates. Lots of them. As it happens, I have a good number of them. Weldy McWeldface. Okay, Bob, you're a dick. Why were you waiting to weld those? Oh, that's not gonna work. I'm planning to put a thing there. Asymmetry bothers me immensely, but that's going to be on the bottom, so I'll live with it. What the hell, Bob? Don't try to help once I'm already almost finished.
She said she understands so much more now. I did not believe her.
Boom. Now, connect a Rooney.
When I get hit, I just will be like, no. But I have 57,000 things.
You know, I'm tripping out. I could have just put the damn thing right there and left everything else the way it was. Oh well, lesson learned. I have 6 down. 3 in a... Oh no, I have 6 down, 3... Oh, 6 forward, 6 back. I only have 3 facing up. Well! Just something to keep in mind. The important thing is my forward, back, and my upwards thrust direction are well covered. I just can't invert, at least not while loaded. Then again, with the way that thing took off, maybe I can. Steel plates, crafting all those steel plates. Alright, so a couple things. First of all, why are there two drills? Oh, because one of them's the weapon. There we go. Nope, we don't want to be holding the clicky down, so we're just gonna put that on there with a simple off and on. Battery. Recharge off and on. And that single landing gear, we'll put a auto lock on and off. Lights. We could use some lights. Spotlight. Alright, now, what are we missing? Gentle. Alright, let's look at our GPSs. Nickel, we're good. We don't need to see that. We don't need to see the deep iron just yet. Nickel and mag, that one we want. We don't need to see that. There we go.
No. I hate you. Suck.
Alright. Boy, this thing is quick.
I hate your arrows. Suck.
Wait, there's an HBJ
No, they shot arrows.
antenna over here. Oh, that's right. I do still have a... what's left of a wreck.
Like, I cannot revive your corpse.
Having at least somewhat learned my lesson, I'm putting my headlights down, so I have some idea of where the ground is.
When you say it like
Unfortunately, it just doesn't... you don't see the ground until it's getting quite late. And in the case of the last runabout, it just didn't have enough thrust to pull out while it was loaded. Captain, at that speed, will you be able to pull out in time? Giggity.
die until you get
Wow, and you are pegging out on the power, aren't you? I've got 2 reactors running and a battery, so I don't know why that's I don't know why it's a problem.
buy enough things.
All right. Actually, while I'm doing that, let's go ahead and stick the batteries to recharge. Thrusters! Oh yeah. Give me that sweet, sweet platinum! What are you? A large reactor. For them components, what I needed. Okay. Oh. Oh, now that's a problem. And I didn't put an antenna on it. Nor a remote control. I'm so spoiled to having hydrogen. Huh. Well, first things first, let's stick everything of possible value in there. Because I have a feeling I'm about to have to make a run back to base. Oh, and it's only just about, I mean, it's not quite 8 kilometers. Oh, Johnny, you idiot. Now, where's your buddies? Uh-huh. You ain't fooling me. Actually, the question is, do I have enough materials that I could maybe build like a go seat or something? Well, that's bizarre. Ooh, looky there, more thrusters. Oh, why am I being so ridiculous? Can I... Well, that's a problem, isn't it? Okay. There we go. Now, I need steel plates. I think I just stuck a bunch of them on here. I did. What? Why is... How am I not able to climb up there? Well, this is just getting to be ridiculous, isn't it? I guess running and jumping wasn't really something they were thinking an engineer would be doing.
You started it.
Okay. While I can reach this from the bottom, let's just...
I got an orange thing from my father.
Alright. Now let's start going up again.
The edge entrance? No, I mean, it's just, it was an item.
Now, let's jump up here.
Yeah. So, seriously, though?
Oh, I'm crouching.
Machines of regret, right, and future dimensions.
That might explain why I was having a little bit of trouble jumping.
Okay. Because I was like, oh, no, this is... Okay.
You know, I understand that they're being realistic so that, you know, you can't change direction while you're in the air after a jump. I mean, yes, that's realistic. And while realism is part of what I love about Space Engineers, there are some areas where I feel like you do need to make some concessions to the fact that this is a game and not real life. For instance, you don't have the kind of finite control that you do in real life. In the game, moving in a direction is a binary on-off. I either move forward at full speed, or I do not move. This can make jumping a little tricky, because either you jump straight up and down, or you fly forward at full speed. It's just a little...
Evil thought. I hate you.
There we go. Can I...
Oh.
Yes! Ha ha ha! All right.
Mobs that are trying to kill me and succeeding, them I don't know. No. I do not like.
Now, let's go ahead and do what I was trying to do in the first place, which is... Oh, I put everything in there, didn't I? Reactor components.
Also, yes. Sorry, I have a smoky mouth. I have a bad mouth. But anyway. try not to swear at the store.
There we go. Now we have 3 reactors running.
Yeah, occasionally not too. Although I think it's funny. My friend came the other day. She was dropping off my cable.
Ion thrusters. All right. All right. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get everything we want to potentially use. Ooh, look at you, Gatling guns. You don't have any missiles launchers on you, do you, big boy?
Dad didn't really swear that much earlier. I'm slow, 4th grade. I know, right? I learned to swear in parochial school. Parochial school.
All right.
Yes, is Catholics taught me to
We have already cleared it out, so
I have not yet. I did a
well, I tell you,
co-op with
you know,
Laura
if you really want to make this
the other day.
survival experience a little more intense, screwing around with that backpack or that jetpack will definitely do it.
Hey,
Not having the hydrogen is totally freaking. Oh, look at that! More little reactors. Look at you, you cute little reactor. Oh, gee. Oh, that's a problem. I hear you. I hear you.
okay, well, it's supposed to be everything
Where are you? There you are, you little grumpykin. Come here, come here, come here. All right. You bastards suck.
That's supposed to make me dead too. You keep a little bit better.
All right. I don't even remember what I was doing now. It just all of a sudden when you hear that "Rah!" in your ear, it just, man.
Okay, so what game are you playing?
Oh man, another big old reactor. Salvagey goodness. Now, of course, lore-wise, you know, since I have the zombies turned on, you have to realize that at least some of these guys are probably, like, when, you know, if you really think about it from a lore perspective, like this crashed ship out in the middle of nowhere and then there's a bunch of zombies running around. Yeah, this is their ship I'm looting, so, you know. Still, must be alive in order to claim property rights. Whoa, bouncy bounce. The funny thing about the deformation is that things actually seem to look better when you start to tear them apart sometimes. Like it's all mangled and deformed, and then you put the grinder to it, and it's like, bink, it pops into perfect shape. I mean, I understand how and why. It's amusing to me. Lots of ion thrusters. Let's go ahead and tear down that bad boy, because I think what we're going to do right now... Yes, I know we were supposed to be smashing pirates, but... I think what would really benefit me, talking as like from a streaming perspective, I need to find somebody else who's into the games, and we need to multiplayer this thing up. Because, you know, I tell you, playing completely solo, it's easy and enjoyable when you're just kind of sitting here doing your thing and like not having to worry about being entertaining. But if you want to entertain people, I think... What? Sorry, I'm being hailed.
Brian has friends who play.
Okay, we can talk about that later. Anyway, where was I? So yeah, no, if you're just, you know, enjoying the game, doing your own thing, you know, playing by yourself is fine. It's a ton of fun. But if you're looking to entertain people, you know, having somebody else really, I think is gonna help to, you know, it increases the chatter, it increases the interest of what's going on. I just think it'll be overall a benefit. So, my partner just told me that actually she knows some people that play, so good deal. Ooh. My inventory is almost stuffed. All right. No, no. All right. We are going to be... This is going to be a good haul. Salvage Incorporated. In fact, actually, for my logo, I'm thinking of using like a vulture head or a vulture skull. Because, you know, when you think about it, again, going back to that whole vultures are maligned, you know, we associate them with death, but, you know, they have a vital part in the cycle of the... A vital part in the circle of life. But, you know, they clean up the junk. And that's what I'm doing right here, you know? I mean, that's salvage. I'm picking the bones clean. Well, it really wouldn't have hurt to have a Bob ship here. Grindy, grindy. These have good parts. Ooh, look at that. More thrusters. I'm kind of banking on the fact that since this is considered a station, yeah. Even if I disconnect it, it stays connected. Weird, Okay, no, it still actually has a big chunk holding it in. No power.
I'm trying to get open another Internet Explorer window.
That's okay. I may not. Come on. There we go.
The best thing. Show.
Whoa, whoa. Why are you smoking? Why are you smoking?
So is that priority intelligence corpse labs?
I don't know why you're smoking, and I don't like it.
Oh no. I switch. For now. I'm switching my shoulders for now.
And why am I not recharging in the cockpit?
Like 35 more tip jumps. And better regens. Other than that, not a whole lot better, but it's still good. I was learning Inarius' will, so I switched. Oh, hello. With me. I, Isn't it good? Why do you do this to me? You're so
Oh, okay. So we're out of power. And you are smoking because something got smacked.
like 2 seconds left. Oh god, I'm gonna die.
Oh God, we're all going to die?
Yes. Did you just die? Blew you up.
Okay, let's turn the dampers off.
What happened to me?
Turn the batteries on to recharge.
16 times the level.
Juicing up the power. Oh,
I beat you with someone else's fight.
best engineer ever. Just need like a panel somewhere showing me where what my battery is. And yes, I realize there is an actual panel on the battery to tell me what that is, but I've covered it up. So, you know, there's that. Oh, there is a missile launcher. Do you have missiles? Oh, you tease. Teases get ground down. Grindy. All right. So, especially, all right, since we have taken off the beacon, unless I create a GPS point for this, it'll be hard to find in the future. And really, there's no... I'll just be a good vulture and pick off all the good parts. And then... more thrusters. Wow. Just trying to find a way up. What are you? Superconductors. Artificial mass. Oh. And here I was thinking about just leaving. Oh yeah, give me that good stuff.
Oh my gosh. So many mods.
What else do we have in here? I think we're getting down to the level where we're probably... there's the connector on the bottom. There we go. Figure out how to actually get out of the damn hole. That's what she said. Well, no, no! Let me in my ship! Oh, this is terrible looking. Actually, before we take off, let's go ahead and... let's park that. How is our battery doing? Because I have a load of really good stuff here. I don't want to die. Hmm. 100 kilowatts. Because it's weird because the power usage is variable. You can end up in situations where it tells you still have time left, and you don't. You know, the battery drops, and it just tells you, oh, you still got 10 minutes, but your power utilization, you know, maxes out. So, no bueno. Let's give it a shot.
How much stuff lives alive between me and you? Besides what's standing on your corpse. And you can count on that for free.
It claims I have 2 hours of fly time, even at max thrust. We shall see. I don't need 2 hours. I just need it to hold for another 4 kilometers.
My armor is red. He's flying by his
Nerves. All right. And I don't want to crash into my base because, well, it's kind of like a little ghetto shanty. It's my ghetto shanty, and I'd rather not break it.
This is going to end badly.
All right.
So badly.
Yay! Bob's helping me out with the repairs.
Shit.
And gently, gently.
It'll take forever to kill the boss. Oh, I'm sorry.
Boom. Alright, we're locked and loaded. We're all locked and loaded. Alright, now let's see about disassembling some thruster components. Let's go ahead and disassemble some. Okay, that's all the thruster components. Let's get those superconductors now. What's in a superconductor? Iron and gold. None of that stuff gives me any silver, though. Ah, reactor components do. Now, we're getting up close to the 2-hour mark, but I am going to, if at all possible, I'm going to finish the Vulture and at least make a pass at the pirates. Oh, yes. Sweet hydrogen bottles. Just watching the production queue. Oh, yeah. Hydrogen bottle. Come here, sweet, sweet hydrogen bottle. Oh, yeah. Personal ammunition. Thanks for reminding me, zombie friend. There we go.
Somewhere.
When there's a large amount of data, I get easily confused. Ooh, 200. That's too much. I think 100 rounds, 100 clips ought to do it. Give me a mag! Give me a mag, bro! Where is the assembler? There you are. Magnesium. We are out of magnesium. Now, at some point, I will... When I build the new base, everything's going to get plumbed up correctly, and with all of the complicated sorters set up that I so enjoy, so that we can just dock up and it'll drain out all the good stuff we want. But right now, I just find it easier to do it by hand rather than trying to find everything in the control panels. Alright, so let's look at you. I think you are just about finished. Alright. We still need
No.
10 shield components. Weld away, Bob. All right. Why won't you let me put it there? That's what she said. Ow! Hi, Damiana. It's, This is my cat, Damiana, and she apparently felt that I was paying far too much attention to other things. Yeah.
Did you fish them already?
No.
That's probably why.
I know. Alright. Here we go, baby. Get it down.
Okay, that's not fair.
All right.
Then where I cannot go.
So, why won't it let me put that there?
Did it kill me?
It's because I don't have any materials on me. I am so smart.
Is that Marquis? Excuse me. Thank you.
That's how my partner sneezes, just so you know.
Not you. The
All right.
one that can't stand
What?
company.
No, that's not what I wanted. Ah.
What?
Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
That is not-
We're going to cheat temporarily just to get it down off of the...
Where did you go? You back upstairs?
Alright, we're just gonna stick that on there. There you go. There you go, Bob. What? Why? What are you missing now?
Was standing in the doorway.
Motors. Lots and lots of motors.
It's
As usual.
best. I don't know. Die again.
Look at you, you little creepy bastard. Just... It's like the Blair Witch Project. You turn around, there's a creepy dead thing standing in the corner just staring at nothing. What?
Have you seen The Babysitter?
Alright. What? You...
Do you like it?
What? No, you...
Yeah, I like camping movies. That's before.
Alright, there we go.
I like Evil Dead. Most of them?
Now,
Not the no. I like that elevation.
that sounds terrible.
You're so funny.
Alright, now... Now, with the tank plumbed up, once it plumbs up, boom. Come on, let's see it go green. Yeah. Now, if we take a look, we ought to see our ice just depleting. We should see our ice depleting. Why don't we see our ice depleting?
Oh god. Porcupine.
It's plumbed up. Why isn't it taking the... Why isn't it filling with hydrogen? I mean, at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal, at least not right now. We obviously have a clear shot to the oxygen generator. I think I know why. I think I remember. These have to be set to stockpile on. Now, if we go and take a look, 4.71K. I don't get it.
I could stay alive long enough. Basically, look at something funny on my lip. My golden is down silently being like of that.
Alright, where is my oxygen generator?
Stop.
Let's make sure that there's not use conveyor, auto refill. Does it just take a really long time? Let's see if we're getting anything.
And trap. It's painful, yes.
It doesn't seem like it is.
Insult and injury.
I wonder if it's because we're going through the refinery?
Run away! Run away! No. Eat! It's not fair. You wouldn't give me space.
Grindy, grindy. Grinding.
Bad. Don't kill me. Too young, I don't want to die.
Down.
Anything here.
Whoa. Put my fingers on the right spot on the keyboard and things might work out just a little bit better.
Jesus. I didn't run toward it, I ran away. No. Okay, only a little bit. He came in right next to me.
Alright, Bob, you're saying there is no missing items right now?
Okay.
Were you lying to me, Bob? Were you telling me the truth?
No.
Small tubes. You were not being truthful with me. Alright, production. Small tubes. Let's queue up 200.
Wait, what? Wait. Oh.
ADD, the struggle is real, yo.
Now she's
I completely forgot that what I was working on was actually just getting this guy off the ground and going.
okay. She was behind a tree. Up there. She was behind a tree.
Alright, I have the connector on there, so let's grab that uranium.
Trackles, corroded fang. Ew. Oh, it's orange.
Alright, in theory, if we landing gear unlocked, what do you know? It flies. Do I have a pink? 300, 140. I do have a pink. Alright, so, color picker.
No, I said I don't.
300, 140. Perfect.
Oh, okay. What did you do?
Whoa, whoa, why is that happening?
Yeah.
Please lock.
You know you're evil, right? Yeah. That's true.
Okay, that was
Golem-matic went back down.
more surprisingly exciting than I expected it to be.
My stash. Yes. I don't want you to. But I cannot put it in a stash.
All right. All right. Now let's go back in here. Do I have a battery set up on here? I don't.
I just got an update that told me Amazon delivered a package. I'm like, it's 9 o'clock at night. Yeah, but they actually that got delivered earlier. They just didn't update it.
All right. Let's put the batteries on a group. What we're going to do is we're going to create a battery group so that we can easily switch them between recharge and regular mode. It's true that the batteries will basically, if you don't check or uncheck anything, they'll essentially handle themselves. But it's based on its own algorithm,
Yes, they
so
my
it will
behavior.
use battery power or recharge or what have you. Um, I like, if I'm gonna be sitting and not doing anything, I turn my dampers off to make sure the engines aren't getting used. I put the batteries to recharge so they're not getting used. I know that the juice flowing from the reactors is filling up those batteries, and I know that it's refilling the buffer. It does occasionally result in hilarious, unplanned litho braking because you go to take off and you didn't
What?
take the batteries off recharge, so all of a sudden you go plummeting to the ground. But you know, sucks for me, entertaining for you.
Keeled over.
Uh, Bats.
Like it gave up.
Recharge on off. There we go. And number 5.
Dark.
Now,
Very.
oh, let's go with something else.
Yes. Oh God, what did you do? It has lightning. This is bad.
Oh. The rotor head is a part of the... Okay. That was not the button I meant to hit.
So what did you end up? All you got was at the sale on Saturday. Just the stuff that I saw, right? Or did you get? Oh yeah. You had the Rick and Morty, and you had the magic stuff, and then you had yes, the Catan. Which was yeah, that's right. I forgot about the Watchmen.
All right, there we go. Got it parked with its butt in the air just a little bit. All right, let's go back to the control panel, rotors,
Be here. Oh shit.
and there should be yeah, add rotor head. Make sure those are maxed out.
Click. No,
All right,
click.
that's why.
Click. Oh god. Back another set. Yeah, it killed you too.
What the hell's going on here?
Because
What are you doing, Bob?
you unleashed terror.
Are you grinding neutral grids? Grind neutral blocks? Unowned blocks. Okay, so that's what's happening. I think the rotors are popping into existence unowned, and Bob is eating them.
You realize, like, 2 mobs is all it takes, right? 1, really, is kind of all it takes. A stiff wind and a random encounter with an environmental piece is really all it takes.
Why are you not complete? There we go. Steel plates and small tubes. And why aren't you doing anything about this, Bob?
Should the blowback from one of the, like, oil casks at one point killed me on one level. Yay! Got the shield for now.
Bob, you really should be doing something about this. Steel plates. And small tubes.
Zoom. Speed trap. Whoosh.
Okay, what the hell was that?
Shield gun. Invincible, 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 insta-death.
The pirates have created a new base. Maybe that's what I heard? Alright, so now 7.
There's oh god. Whoops.
Alright, I am thoroughly confused now.
You porcupine. You killed them all. Same ghosts killed me. I have almost the maximum deaths. And 5 seconds away from maximum deaths.
Alright,
10 seconds away from maximum
this is going to take some figuring. I think we're at a good point. My poor cats really want me to feed them. So yeah, I'm going to have to fiddle around with that and figure it out. Which I think is going to take a lot of focus and not a lot of entertaining commentary. So I'm going to go ahead and kill it here, work on this offline, and I will be back probably tomorrow. Of course, you can find me on Twitch TV/HellboundJohnny. Look for me on YouTube as Hellbound Johnny, and on Twitter you can keep up with what I'm doing, twitter.com/HellboundJohnny. I appreciate you stopping by, and see you next time.